Okay. All right. Let's give it a few minutes and then I'll start. Hi, King. How are you? Welcome to the live. Thank you for the like. I'm just going to give it like a minute or so and then I'm going to start. Okay. How are you feeling today, King? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. All right. So I'm just going to get into it and people will just come in whenever. Okay. So welcome to the live. It's me, your favorite mystical person. Hello. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. It's me, your favorite mystical person, Mystique, your host today. And I'll be talking about just a plethora of things. This is like just a live chat where we're just catching up. Happy Leo season. Welcome to the second person in the live. Happy Leo season. Man, so first off, how was Cancer season? How was Cancer season? I haven't been on here for like 2 weeks and I missed it on here, so I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be back. Cancer season for me was very reflective. It was very reflective and it was very healing. Mostly because the Cancer season was really affected by this Jupiter in Cancer. Jupiter in Cancer really amplified Cancer season for sure, in good ways. Definitely in good ways. I did a lot of reconnecting with my ancestors. I did a lot of deep diving with my culture and just doing a lot of remembrance and a lot of healing, a lot of inner healing for myself. Welcome to the second person here. Happy Leo season. Say hi in the chat. Give this video a like. Give the chat a like. I recently filmed a video, so it's like I'm like stuck on video mode, but give this live a like if you're coming in. But yeah, Cancer season was really nice, and I'm really happy that it's Leo season. Leo season is definitely going to uplift the vibes. You know, Cancer season was like very introspective and just really chill. But Leo season is also still a time to really honor and connect to your ancestors too. Both Cancer season and Leo season are times to reconnect with your ancestors, reconnect with your inner child healing, all of that, ancestor veneration and honor and healing and reconnection, remembrance, all of that stuff is all between the seasons of Cancer season and Leo season. I feel like Leo season is more so like we're celebrating the ancestors, whereas like Cancer season is like we're reconnecting, you know? So it feels more deep and introspective, but Leo season is about honoring and just really restoring your lineage, like really just really getting things going with like your missions that your ancestors have set out for you. Welcome to the 3 people in here. Give this live stream a like if you're just coming in. Say hi in the chat. Don't be shy. Hey Dave, welcome. How are you? Happy Leo season. You're shy? Why are you shy? Don't be shy. This is a safe space, okay? This is a safe space. There's no need to be shy. How was your Cancer season? You're waiting for Virgo season. You're already over Leo season. Cancer season was awesome. How was it awesome? Tell me about it. I was just telling King how it was very introspective for me and it had me reconnecting with my ancestors and really just studying into my lineage and all of that. Like, super powerful. Like, I got activated for sure. And it's been nice. It's been real nice. So today, I don't have like a specific topic. This is more like an open live chat. I will be talking about a couple of transits, but mainly it's just a lot of things that I've been, you know, reflecting on and tuning into over the past couple weeks. You were nurtured by a lot of women in your life. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. I love that for you. So, do you feel like restored and renewed now? Welcome, welcome, welcome to the live. Give this live a like if you're just coming in. Happy Leo season, everyone. I love that for you. That's amazing. Yeah. Cancer season was a vibe. It's because of that Jupiter in Cancer made it like even more potent. But now we're in Leo season. So, welcome to Leo season, everyone. I hope you guys are all renewed and restored from last season, Cancer season, and you guys are ready to turn up. Let's turn up. It's Leo season, it's party season, right? You guys, for me, so far, Leo season has been quite interesting. I actually love that Leo new moon that we had. Listen, you guys, super activating. You know what I found myself doing on that new moon? Not only did I do like my little rituals and things, like I found myself reconnecting with a old childhood TV show that I loved to watch when I was younger. I don't know. Well, I feel like there's a lot of guys in the chat, but I don't know if you guys heard of like Totally Spies on Cartoon Network. That was my show back in the day. Like, one of my favorite childhood shows, and it happened to pop up on YouTube. And I'm like, oh, I'll just check it out again. I haven't watched it in a very long time. And you guys, let me tell you how my inner child was so happy. It just made me feel like younger me again. And it's such a good show. It's actually a really good show. I wouldn't say it's anime, even though the characters look like it, but um I believe that show is like a Canadian show or it first aired in Canada. I'm not really too sure. I don't remember the details. Oh, I just hit my hand. I don't remember the details, but all I know is that I remember it coming on Cartoon Network and that was my show for a very long time. And it was just very healing for my inner child because you guys, like, running a business and being an entrepreneur is like all work and no play most times. Most times it's all work and no play. And it's like real serious. So it just felt nice to just kick back and just really reconnect with my inner child and let her just be, you know? And it just brought back so many memories, you know? But I will say, what it did do was it brought up a lot for me. Um, a lot came through when I was watching that show. Um, while I enjoyed watching it, I just felt it was weird. I felt like a mixed bag of like, I felt really happy and I felt very nostalgic, but at the same time, I felt very, I felt kind of sad. I'm not gonna lie. I felt kind of sad because just seeing the dynamics in that show, as far as like womanhood, even though like in the show they're still not full adults, but they live like it. I mean, they're literally spies that travel the world. Like, what? But just their dynamics as far as like women connections go, something that brought up for me was like, it was kind of like, I wouldn't say it was a reality check, but it was kind of like that reminder like, this is not real. You know, like these kinds of connections at least haven't been my experience, you know? So it brought up a little bit of sadness for me because it made me realize like, you know, the way I envisioned things as a kid, it just didn't come out to be in my adult life, especially when it comes to like the community of women, right? And the way women interact with each other. Like, it's not, it's not what it is. At least it hasn't been for me. But what about you guys? Like, how are you guys feeling about Leo season so far? How is the Leo new moon for you guys? You said King, Cancer season gave you a nice. She's a Cancer and you're a Capricorn. Not too sure what you mean, but it sounds to me like Cancer season was really nice to you. I love that for you. How are you guys feeling about Leo season? It's fun. I'm glad you're having fun, Dave. What have you done? Like you have you guys been having like a lot of like cookouts and things? King, you said you're a Leo moon. So I wonder, did the Leo new moon hit your moon? It was at, I think the Leo moon was at like 4 degrees. Dave, you said you're ready for your season. You're a Virgo, right? And then you said you've been doing more music lessons. That's cool. What kind of music do you do? Like, or what instrument do you play? Super nice. You're playing the guitar. Is it acoustic or is it electric or a mixture of both? You're still open. You're still learning the chords. That is awesome. Electric guitar. I love both guitars. I love both types, but I love electric because I do enjoy rock music. That is awesome. That's off. That's awesome, Dave. He said you wanted to scream. Yes, rock music is awesome. I love that for you. That's super fun. Nice. He said, Creed, can you take me higher? I do remember that song from back in the day. Um, so yeah. So going back to my revelation moment with this Leo new moon, it just makes me I feel like with Leo season in particular is really gonna highlight a lot of the media celebrities. We're gonna see a lot of celebrities coming out in the open, whether they're saying stuff, things are happening to them. We already had like a couple of celebrities pass this past week, so it's like there's gonna be more coming out in the media. But Leo season is gonna amplify the media even more. And actually, moreover to what I was saying about like the women community and things of that nature. I recently seen something about the lady from Sex in the City. She was talking more about her experience behind the scenes with the girls. Lord. And mind you, I read a little bit into the story, but there was something else that came out in the headlines how she's still like recovering from it. But this is what I mean, like the media is just a whole bunch of lies. The media is a whole bunch of lies. And I feel like it puts out a certain image that doesn't reflect in the collective, right? And we're going to see a lot more truths come out, as we progress into Leo season because Leo season is essentially it's going to be opposing that Aquarius energy that we got going on. The Leo new moon was already opposing the Pluto and Aquarius as it is. Okay. So, with that being said, yeah, I feel like, with this media, we've been fed all lies. I feel like the way they've portrayed different aspects of the human experience is just not true. And I would say for me, it more so came about, this revelation came about more so when it came to how women relate to each other, you know? I just feel like, the way they portray shows like Charmed, thank you for the like, the way they portray shows like Charmed, Sex in the City, Powerpuff Girls was like my favorite show back in the day too, but even that show, um, Charlie's Angels, I know that's not a show, that's a movie, but the Totally Spies show that I watched is just not real. It's just not real. And I feel like that brought up a lot for me about just the way we relate to the media, celebrities, and all of these things. Hey, Angie, how are you? Okay, that's okay. That's no problem. Happy Leo season. Thank you for coming. So, right now, I'm talking about one of my favorite shows that I was watching from back in the day. Let me know if you watched this back in the day, Angela. I don't know if you were like a big cartoon fan, but on Cartoon Network, there's this show called Totally Spies, and it was like my favorite show. And I started watching it again in Leo season, and it just brought up so many mixed feelings, like nostalgia, happiness, but also, I just felt a little emo because I was just like, the media is just such a whole lie. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like this is not real life when it comes to women relationships. I wish it was and I thought it was, but it's not. So let me know your thoughts on that, Angela, since you're a woman, because the guys, they're probably like, I don't even know what you're talking about. But you said you haven't seen it, Angela, but it reminds you of Sailor Moon. Oh my God, that was my show too. I love Sailor Moon. That was my show. But you see like the pattern with like the women relationships, right? It's just weird. And it made me feel sad because I'm like, this wasn't my experience that I thought I would have as a kid. I thought I would be like Sam, Clover, and Alex. That's the names of the girls in the show. I thought I would be like that. Or like I thought I would be like the women in Sex in the City. And it's like, it's not. Like, so it's like, I really feel like this is a very divine time right now when it comes to detaching more from the media and celebrities, because you probably missed this, Angela, but I was talking about the whole scandal with like Kim Cattrall, the lady from Sex and the City, and how she was talking about her story about how she was like bullied behind the scenes. Even the ladies at Charm too, they had a whole drama too. But like they portrayed this image that was like perfect friends, like we're all getting along. And I know it's entertainment, but it was just like, first of all, this goes to show that they're good actresses, all of them. That's first. And it's just, I feel like we idealize the way relationships should be and could be, but we just don't know how to get there because it's like we rely too much on the media where we're kind of filtering our lives through the media. And I don't think that's healthy, which is why we're in the mess that we're in now. Girl, they so good at acting. They are so good at acting. Like, and I'm pretty sure they were getting a good bag too, but it's just like you would never guess like they weren't getting along. And mind you, they had seasons, especially like Sex in the City. I think they had a movie too, because I believe I watched the movie too. And I'm like, y'all weren't getting along for this long. The bag must have been good. Like, good. The check must have been good. Your North Node is in the fifth, Dave. That makes sense why you're into music. So you're like, you're living out your destiny right now. Do you want to be like a musician, or this is just like a little hobby that you're doing right now? Do you want to be in the media? Do you want to be a celebrity, Dave? Like, let me know. Are you trying to like make a band? That'd be super cool. So yeah, you guys, like the media is just all lies. And I feel like we kind of knew this, and I knew this, but it's just like for some reason that Leo new moon made it very clear to me like this isn't, why are we like so engaged in this? And it goes back to escapism. I feel like we've been engaging with the media in order to escape this reality. And now we're forced to deal with it with this Pluto and Aquarius. This Pluto and Aquarius is not letting us off the hook. Hello to the 5 people in here. Welcome. Happy Leo season, and give this live a like if you're coming in. Say hi in the chat, and yeah, let's talk. Right now we're talking about childhood connection and healing and just stuff that are just going on in the media, right? How are you guys feeling about like Hulk Hogan passing away and Ozzy Osbourne? Was anybody a fan? I know I used to watch wrestling back in the day. Let me know if you guys were like wrestling fans. I know the black community was not messing with him after what they heard. How you guys feeling? Yeah. And it made me realize like I didn't realize like there was like a huge black audience when it came to wrestling. I didn't even know that. Like it wasn't until recently I realized that. I didn't think black people were messing with wrestling like that. I thought it was just me. Like I thought it was just weird. But let me know how you guys are feeling about those celebrity passings. But yeah, that was my insight with like this show. But I'm still watching it here and there because I'm still gonna honor my inner child. It's what she wants. She loves it. So I'm gonna give her that. I still enjoy the show regardless, even if I don't watch it all the time. But it was nice to take a trip back down memory lane with that one. Because I would literally come home from school every day. Well, I don't know if they played it every day or on certain days, but I know I would come home and I would be on that show, like glue. It's actually very entertaining. If you guys haven't watched it, go watch Totally Spies. I love that show. But it just made me reflect on just how I've navigated women relationships, and I I don't like to sound like a pessimist, but it's been really scary, you guys. Like, and I feel like what it is that women, since we're so connected to the unconscious, it's just this is what plays out, right? Our unconscious is just playing out. We all are working with the unconscious, but women do this more so, where a lot of their subconscious things tend to play out in their reality. They tend to act it out, right? This is why it's important to do the childhood healing and, reconnect with your childhood and, just do like the deeper shadow work because that's what's going to happen. A lot of underworld things are going to surface and start playing out in your life. And I feel like this is the reality of women more so, is that since there's a lot of unhealed women walking around, this is why a lot of other women have came out talking about their experiences, about how they've dealt with jealousy in their women relationships, competition, all of these betrayal, and just all of these things. So I guess like watching the show was like a little bit of an escape for me, but that's not what I went into it for. It was just to really reconnect with my younger self again. But it made me realize like this seems nice, but this ain't real. And this is upsetting to me. So Leo season is a very important season because it's also a season of reconnecting with your childhood and just really doing that, just really just honoring that part of yourself, right? And giving yourself that opportunity to express that part of yourself. Because I feel like that's another problem too. I feel like, people repress their inner child. And to be fair, I feel like it's kind of a result of the society that we live in where we're kind of forced to. And this is why there's a lot of unhealed adults walking this earth, and it's very scary. Very scary. Yeah. Excuse me. So yeah, you guys, it's been interesting, but going back to how I was connecting with my ancestors, so let me circle back to that because that was very powerful for me. Cancer season was definitely a time where I did a lot of ancestral remembrance, and I started diving deeper into my Haitian culture because if for those of you who don't know, I am Haitian. Okay, so shout out to Haiti. Love my culture, right? So it was just, and it's like I knew the story, but during cancer season, I found myself digging like real deep into the history of Haiti and especially the history of their revolution. And it just brought this sense of it, that also for me brought a mixed bag of feelings because I'm so proud of the culture that I come from. I come from one of the most powerful cultures, most underrated. Listen, like Haiti, we don't play. Like my ancestors, they don't play. Like they don't play. Like when I was reading the story of the revolution, how they burned down like I think it was like 130 something plantations in 1 week. They finished the job in 1 week. I was like, yo, and they were showing no mercy. Like that's how much my ancestors were standing on business about their freedom. They were not playing. And I love that for my ancestors. I love the bravery, the courage, the warrior spirit. Like it's beautiful, but I feel like what made me feel sad and upset is just the way they were treated after the fact. Nobody was messing with Haiti after. Yeah, I feel like it goes back to, you know, it just goes back to the jealousy stuff that I'm talking about. So I feel like things I've experienced after really looking into my ancestry and understanding a lot of the wounds that they have endured, it made me understand my own in my own experiences. So I understand where the betrayal comes from, where jealousy is like put on me, all of these things, because it's like it goes back to the power, right? It goes back to how powerful my ancestors are and how that rippled over to me and my generation and all their descendants, right? All their descendants. Um, so that was just very hurtful to hear that Haiti did a lot for other people, but they never got that same back, the same reciprocity back from others. And I know some people may feel like nobody asked them to do all that. True, nobody asked them to do all of that, but somebody had to do it. Somebody had to start the revolution. Somebody had to do it. Or I feel like if it wasn't for Haiti doing what they did, I feel like things would be worse now. I'm be honest. Because as soon as Haiti did the revolution and they won, everybody else. Okay, can you guys hear me? Because I refreshed the page and now the little note is gone. Let me know if you guys are still here, please. Nobody's saying anything. I don't know. I'm just going to. Okay, King, thank you. Okay, so I guess that means you could hear me fine, right? Dave, Angela, we're good? Okay. Now, where was I? Oh, I was saying Cancer season and Leo season are very important times to do ancestral work if you haven't done so already. Because the veil is actually thin right now. And I would say it's thin all through, they say until October, but I would say even up until like December. Because, the veil is definitely thin during October, November, fall season. So this is a perfect time to do ancestral veneration. Okay, thank you, Angela. Thank you. Because I was like worried. I'm like, I don't even know what to do right now. But it looks like it just continued the live. So I'm really happy because it didn't start it over. So, hi, Shandana. How are you? Thank you for making it to the live. Please like the live. Happy Leo season. How are you feeling? Right now, we're talking about ancestral veneration during Leo season and Cancer season. I talked about other things too. Like, I talked about women relationships, childhood reconnection. I was talking about some childhood shows that I like. But how are you feeling, Shandana? It's been a minute. I missed you guys a lot. I really did. I was like, I can't wait to go live. Being live is where it's at, honestly. Hopefully Billy comes. I'll like summon Billy. Summoning Billy to the chat. But yeah, so reconnecting with my ancestors was amazing. And Shandana, you said so happy to have caught you on a Friday. Happy Friday. You're working from home. It's very slow. Thank you. I'm happy that you made it on this fabulous Friday. Happy Friday. I hope work is going good overall. I'm glad I could come and entertain all of you. So, what you eating for lunch, Shandana? What are you eating? I know after this live, I'm gonna have like a veggie burger, but I had like a fried egg and some cherries and grapes this morning in my coffee. That's what I had. And I've been fasting. What about you guys? Like, have you guys been eating a lot? I feel like the higher the frequency goes on this earth and the higher my frequency goes, it's like I just need food less. So it's like I've been fasting a lot and just drinking a lot of water. Definitely drinking a lot of water. So yeah. Shandana, you said you've been eating a lot. Yeah, as long as you're eating clean, that's very important. I've been eating clean too, but fasting more so. How was cancer season for you, Shandana? I was talking about how it was very reflective for me. I never tried that tea. Dandelion milk with thistle. I've never had that. What's it good for? But yeah, so I feel like these seasons are very powerful. It also gave me some downloads about the fourth and the fifth house. The fourth and the fifth house in astrology, those are the ancestor houses, just in different ways. So I did not touch on the 888 portal yet, but I will touch on it. I will touch on that in just a sec. Because I feel like this 888 or 88 last year was 888. How was that last year for you guys? Because it was like a triple eight portal last year. That was powerful. But I'll talk about that in just a second. But the fourth, Shandana, you said your work is having a summer party on 888. Okay, I'll touch on the 888. It wasn't in my notes, but I'll touch on it. I'm surprised it wasn't in my notes. I wasn't really thinking about it, but thank you guys for suggesting that. Let me just tell you this thing that I got with the fourth and the fifth house. So they're the ancestor houses, just in different ways. So the fourth house is more so where you find your first line, front line ancestors. And then the fifth house is more so like how the ancestral line continues and upgrades itself is what I got from these two houses. So these two houses are very important when it comes to ancestral connection and healing and veneration. Right now we're in the season where we need to be celebrating our culture, honoring our ancestors. So we should be lighting our candles, you know, having more celebrations because let's be honest, you guys, it's not just my ancestors. Everybody's ancestors have done a lot. They've really held it down for us and we need to honor them, and I feel like it's our duty as the new generation to continue the work that they've been doing, right? And that's where we come to the fifth house, where after we do the ancestral remembrance and reconnection, now we know how to move forward as descendants and how to continue the lineage and the work that our ancestors have initiated for us, because the fourth house is a cardinal house. It's the house of initiation. Okay, so it's like our ancestors initiated a lot of what we have now, right? Super powerful. Super powerful. Um, but the 888 portal, the 888 portal, hold on, let me see. I think that's next Friday. So, how I'm feeling about this 8-8 portal. Well, I know 8 has to do with wealth, so I do feel like this is a big wealth portal. I do feel like um this is one of the, and this is why I say it's very important to connect with your ancestors right now, because the ancestors are getting ready to bless a lot of their chosens, their bright stars, their descendants with the star power. So the check is going to clear. That's what I have to say, because it's like you're being rewarded for the work that you've been doing. If you're a chosen one and you've been doing the work, especially doing the work of your ancestors, continuing the mission, you're about to be blessed on this 8-8 portal. You're going to be, and ironically, too, it's on a Friday. Ironically, too, it is on a Friday. Correct me if I'm wrong about the day, but Fridays are usually paydays. So, but I feel like it's a big wealth portal. I feel like the work that we've been putting in is now going to be coming back. That is the nature of number 8. 8 has a very cyclical kind of frequency. So what you put out is what you get back. Okay? What you put out is what you get back. It's on a Friday. Listen, the ancestors, the check is going to clear. The check is going to clear. Dave say yes. Yes. Right? It's like finally, because it's like the chosen ones, we've been waiting on our check. Where is it at? It's coming, you guys. No, it's that's why I'm saying, you guys, all this work that we've been doing, it hasn't gone unseen. How do you know if you're chosen? That's actually a very good question, Shandana. So, you know that you're chosen based off of your experience. I feel like chosen ones, they have a very interesting and very, I would say, harder experience than most. Um, I feel like chosen ones, they often shoulder the bigger missions, um, specifically in their lineage. Their ancestors give them the bigger job, and and I'm actually glad you brought this up, Shandana, because I kind of wanted to mention this. I felt the need to talk about this, and I feel like this is very important to know in Leo season. I feel like this also goes back to like the media and things. How, there's been a lot of content on here about chosen one, chosen one, chosen one, and you just see so many people in the comments saying that they are, but it's like, are you really though? You know what I'm saying? I don't believe that everybody is a chosen one. And because it's just like when people hear that phrase, they associate it with ego, and it's really nothing about ego. It has nothing to do with the ego, you know? And it has nothing to do with like you're more special or like God loves you more and doesn't love anybody else. No, God loves all of us. It's just God is going to give certain people bigger jobs because of just the way that they were designed. You know, not everybody can handle those bigger missions. Not everybody's built like that. And that's why people who try to destiny swap and do all these things, they don't understand what comes with being a chosen one, a bright star. Like it's a lot that comes with it. It's a lot of initiation. You know, so that's how you know that you're a chosen one, where you feel, where you know that when you notice that you're always being initiated by going through very hard lessons. And what these hard lessons do is that it helps you detach. That's A, right? Because being a bright star means that you're high frequency. You're on a very high frequency. In order to be on a very high frequency, you have to be detached. But it helps you detach. It helps you build strength and resilience, bravery, all of that stuff, to really face the masses with courage and just all the shifts that we're going through with courage. So it really just depends on what your experience is, Shandana. And I feel like that's more so something that you need to consult with your ancestors with. Thank you. I understand you got to get that money, Shan. Go get it. Listen, go get it. You got to get your money. So don't feel sorry because you're busy. But thank you for supporting me. I look forward to working with you. I'm super excited because I've been wanting to meet Shandana for so long. I actually, speaking of my website, I actually did recently rebrand my website. It's still cosmicstarrastrology.net, and I'll put it in the chat for you guys. Cosmicstarrastrology.net. Did I spell it right? And because of the reconnections that I was having, there's 6 people in here. Give this live a like. Welcome to the chat. Because of the ancestral work that I've been doing, that is what sparked my rebrand. So I'm really obsessed with my website. I can't stop looking at it. It's like the theme that I went for is like tribal meets the cosmos kind of thing, because I wanted to blend my love for my ancestors and just my deep connection to my culture and things. Thank you so much, Shandana. I appreciate that. I wanted to incorporate my culture and I just love anything tribal. I think it's just beautiful. Thank you, Angela. Thank you. With my astrology because I feel like this is part of my ancestry, especially like the indigenous tribes, like they connected with the stars. That's how they got anything done. That's when they knew when to crown certain queens and kings. That's when they knew about when their crops would grow or not. That's when they knew about, kind of like the safety and like the future of their civilization based off of if there's an eclipse or whatever the case may be. That was like their roadmap. That was their guidance system. And I want to bring that back into my brand. You know, the Egyptians, they were tuning into the cosmos. That's how they built the pyramids, with the cosmos. The cosmos are very powerful. Okay, it is a guidance system. Hi, Victoria. Welcome. I don't think I've ever seen you. Welcome to the live. Thank you for coming in. If you haven't already, please like the live. Shandana, you said, how can we connect with our ancestors? So I actually made a post on Instagram. If you haven't seen it, I think you've seen it, Angela. And I wrote in there how to connect with your ancestors. So I love that you asked. Thank you for asking, Shandana. Y'all, we're so in sync right now. I love it. So look at your fourth house and look at the fourth house element. And depending on the fourth house element, that'll tell you how to connect with your ancestors. It's not about necessarily the sign, but the element. I feel like the sign adds an extra layer. Dave, you said your fourth house is Cancer, so you need to connect with your ancestors through water. You have a lot of water spirits that watch over you. Okay, so spend time by the beach, near a lake, water, or just any body of water, and meditate, right? I would preferably say go meditate at the beach more so than like a lake or a river. But even if you're just sitting by it, just take the time to really tune into the vibrations of your ancestors. They work with vibration, okay? I feel like another good way is to listen to music. Music is also linked to the moon. The moon has to do with like the rhythm, the vibes. Okay, so that is how you connect with your ancestors, Dave, is through the water frequency. Okay, you're somebody that definitely needs to connect with the moon more if you haven't. So do a lot more moon bathing. Okay, because especially during full moons, your ancestors send you a lot of messages. A lot. Okay. Angela, you said your fourth house is Pisces. You said some of your best manifestations happen in water. The shower in particular. I love shower meditations too. Yes. Yeah. I feel like specifically with you, Angela, I feel like you should really tune into like frequencies more, like sound frequencies. Pisces is linked to music too. Sound frequencies. And I would even say too, since Pisces is a very psychedelic sign, if you like to explore that, Angela, definitely you'll get a lot of info with psychedelics as a Pisces fourth house. A lot. So if you haven't tapped into that, Angela, definitely tap into that. Dave said, you're really good at this astrology stuff. It's my passion, it's my gift. It's what I love. This, for me, astrology, it comes from a very good place of why I do it. I do it because I really genuinely believe in it, and it's my way of helping others. It's a gift that I have. Even my grandfather was very much so into astrology too. So I feel like he gave me the gift. Yes, Dave, moonbathing is fire. I actually miss doing it. I used to a couple years back I was doing it more so often, but moonbathing, I love charging under the moon. I love charging under the moon. It's just such, it's so nice. Does anybody feel like that? Like you love it when the full moon is out because it just makes you feel like you're not alone. It's like your second mom, right? Your cosmic mom just watching. I would say this season is also a great time to do a lot of sunbathing too, because the sun is at home right now in Leo. The sun is living its best life. Okay, so the sun is extra powerful, and I'm telling you, I've done a little bit of sunbathing myself, and I will say, like, I see the difference after. Like, the codes just get activated in my body, like, super fast. Angela, you said you love music. I love music too. Shandana, you said, no wonder I feel so grounded when I'm by the beach and I love showers. Is your fourth house in what? Your fourth house is in what? No, it was Dave and Angela. What's your fourth house, Shandana? You said you love music and you start your mornings with sound frequencies and affirmations. Nice. I've been listening to subliminals. I haven't listened to any frequencies. I do love listening to planetary frequencies though, but I haven't listened to them in a while. Shandana, you said you're very pretty, I must say. Thank you. I appreciate that. Angela, you said my cat loves to moonbathe, especially the full moon. You're a solar girl. You're Sov. Yeah, I love both. I'm just like you, Angela. I love both. Is your cat a black cat? Why do I feel like your cat is a black cat? That's like black cat energy. They just love the full moon. I remember last year I actually adopted a hood cat, like a neighborhood cat, and he was black and I named him Onyx and I miss him so much. I loved him. And he would always come out during the full moon. Always. And I loved him because he was just so protective. Hence why I named him Onyx, right? Like, because whenever I would come home late, like, it's like he would wait for me to come inside and then I would not see him for the rest of the night. So it's like he waits for me to make sure I'm inside safely. And he's like watching. So, Shandana, you said you don't know where your fourth house is. Well, that is where I come in, and you would have to get a reading with me. I don't know what type of reading you're going to get, but I could definitely help you with that. But if you're looking at your chart, it's where it says four, like the fourth house, and whatever sign it's in, it'll tell you the type of element that is in that fourth house, and that'll give you some indicators of how to connect with your ancestors with your fourth house. Angela, you said he's a great cat. Aww. Oh, you're gonna get a black cat. I love black cats. I think they're so cute. They're so cute. Actually, this crystal here, if you guys could see it, your fourth house says Taurus. So your fourth house is in Taurus, so your fourth house is in Earth. So, with your fourth house being in Earth, you need to do more grounding and spending time in nature to connect with your ancestors. I feel like gardening would be nice for you. Um, just spending time with like plants, trees, grounding in the grass. I feel like that will definitely connect you to the earth more, like putting your feet in the grass. You have a lot of nature spirits around you, a lot of earth spirits. No, this is not pyrite. This is diorite. And I was gonna tell you the story. I feel like my black cat left this for me. Oddly, I don't know why. But this crystal here, it's called diorite. It's very grounding and protective, and it also helps with like courage too. I remember I seen it by my car one time when I walked outside. I'm like, oh, where did this crystal come from? Because I was like, I don't remember buying any crystals. So this kind of just came out of nowhere. So, but I like pyrite too. It's a good money crystal. Dave, you said, what if a person has an Aquarius fourth house? Then, if your house is an Aquarius, then it's ruled by air, but you are very deeply connected to the cosmos. Like, you have a lot of cosmic spirits around you that protect you. You come from a very long line of like cosmic beings. I feel like we all do to a certain degree. We're all star children, but um, you most definitely, your ancestors, they were deeply connected to the cosmos. So definitely tuning into astrology is definitely a great way to unlock a lot of ancestral knowledge. You're welcome, Shandana. And I know, right, Angela, it's like, I was like, oh my God, like this crystal. At first, I made a name up for it because I didn't know what it was. And I called it a Nixonite because I named it after the cat, Onyx. So I was like, that's what I'm gonna call it. And then I remembered like, oh, like they have crystal apps where you could like see like what crystal, like you just take a picture of it, and it's called diorite. That's what it's called. It's like this black and white shiny crystal. I love this crystal. And this other crystal that I want to share with you guys, it's called it's so hard to say, but I'll leave it in the chat, but it starts with an M. I know how to spell it. I think it's called Molly Denite, one of those. But this balances your chakras like amazing, and it's really good to sleep with as well. I love the vibe that it gives me. It gives me like this it's a very soothing, cooling kind of vibe. You know how I described it to my friend? I described it as like, and in no way, shape, or form am I a J-Lo fan, but if you guys remember the video, If I Had My Love, that vibe. Like, I don't know, there was just something like very fresh and calming about the video. And this crystal reminds me of that energy. But it's really good for like confidence too. So if you see me hold this sometimes, especially during videos, like when I record videos, sometimes I could get anxious. So you'll see me with this. I actually filmed a video recently, and I had this in my hand. So if you guys watch the video when it comes out and you want to know, I'm actually going to write this in the chat so you guys know what it is. It's such a weird word, but that's what it is. And it's like this silvery gray color. It's like a metallic color. One of my favorite crystals. Um, but circling back to the 888 portal, we're coming to collect. The chosen ones are coming to collect for sure. The chosen ones are coming to collect. You know, too, another insight that I got from when I was like reconnecting with my ancestors was that I don't know how much you guys know about the Haitian culture, especially about the revolution, but I actually looked up the transits during that time. And y'all, listen, during that time in 1791, that was the day of the famous voodoo ritual that everybody talks about with Haiti and why we won the war. I believe it. I do believe it. But it actually, ironically, it happened August 14th, so Leo season. And during that time in 1791, Saturn was in Aquarius. No, Saturn was in Aries, excuse me, and Pluto was in Aquarius. Can you believe that? And now Pluto and Aquarius is here. Saturn is in Aries right now. That's insane. But I feel like the biggest transit that stuck out to me was Uranus at the time was in Leo. And that's what made me get that download about the fifth house is that the fifth house is the descendants. It's the house of the descendants. So Uranus transiting Leo, that revolution, not only it initiated freedom and sovereignty for them at that time, but also for the generations to come, the descendants. Thank you, Angela. Yeah, I would highly recommend it. It's been my favorite. I got it like last year in I think it was December and I've been hooked on it ever since. It's one of my favorite crystals when I just need to calm down and I just need to rebalance myself. This crystal, it really gets me right. And it's a very powerful crystal to sleep with because not only does it amplify your dreams, but it also helps recalibrate your chakras while you sleep. So, Shandana, you said what services do I offer? I offer astrology pre recorded readings and tarot pre recorded readings, but I also do live sessions as well. I also do live sessions as well, but they're only like 45 minutes. So my live calls are for like consultations or to ask kind of just other questions. Like, say, if you got a reading for me and you want like a follow up, that's what it's for. And it's, I also offer the live calls for 45-minute readings. So it could be a tarot or it could be any one of the astrology readings. If you're somebody that likes to be live and have a reading instead of it being pre-recorded, I offer that to you guys. But all my readings are pre-recorded by nature. But yeah, you guys, like Uranus was in Leo, and I was like, yo, that is amazing. That's crazy. But I found it even crazier that at that time, Pluto was in Aquarius and Saturn was in Aries. And mind you, they didn't have Neptune and Aries happening. I think Neptune was in like Libra or something during that time. So imagine how crazy the times were. Because I feel like the Neptune and Aries is kind of really tempering the Saturn in Aries because it's a very harsh energy. Okay, you prefer live? Okay. I would say, Shandana, just so you're aware, it's 45 minutes. So if you kind of want me to do like a deeper breakdown with your chart, you would have to get a pre recorded reading. The 45-minute reading, really, I could only really focus on like one thing, really. Okay, we could do that. But just keep that in mind, like the timing. So if you want like a full breakdown on your chart, I can, but it's just gonna be pre-recorded because that takes time. But it'll only take me like 3 days to do or so. Yeah, you guys. So it does seem long, but I feel like it's a fair time because, yeah, when you're in it, it's like, oh, wait, time is passing. How long is the pre recorded? It just depends on what comes through. But I try not to make it too long because when I try to send it to you, these platforms have like a certain space size to like send things, but um trust me, it's good. It's good. I promise you'll love it. And actually, matter of fact, you guys, I also wanted to announce too, right now until the 7th, I am having a sale on my solar return reading. So if you know anybody that is having a solar return during Leo season, or you had one, or whatever the case may be, my solar return readings are on sale right now. Just so you know, until the 7th. So just before that 888 portal, right? So yeah, Shannon, I think for you, since you're not too familiar with your chart, I would recommend getting a pre-recorded. You said, what is the solar return? So basically, it's a reading that highlights certain key themes that are activated on your birthday. Like you get pretty much you have your original chart, but you get like a specific chart casted every year on your birthday because the transits are different. So your moon sign is different, your rising sign is different, you have certain aspects going on. So, and I talk about your your sun, moon, rising for that year. I talk about your annual perfections, your personal year numerology. Yeah, I do a whole thing. And it's basically to help you align and kind of plan how you're going to make the most of that year. Absolutely, Angela. This reading isn't just for like now if you're having like a birthday during Leo season. If you recently had a birthday, so that includes you, Angela, you recently had a birthday in July. And happy birthday, by the way. Happy birthday. Cuz I don't think we were talking like I think your birthday passed while I was like kind of offline. So happy birthday, Angela. Shout out to you. Many blessings to you. Thank you for supporting me. And I wish you so many blessings in this new year. You deserve it. You definitely deserve it. But yes, I would definitely recommend to get one. And it is on sale until the 7th. Shandana, your birthday's coming up in November. Hey. And you're welcome, Angela. You're definitely welcome. Yeah, you guys, I'm going to light my incense. It's been, it's been real. Why is this thing not lighting? Hold on. So going back to the rebrand. So this one is the money incense. Okay. So this is the call money incense. It's my favorite incense. It smells like cinnamon. They said it's like cinnamon mixed with like amber. It's a very nice smell. The Call Money incense by Hem, the HEM brand, that one. It's good. You got that one too? I love that one. It's one of my favorite. And it really does work too. Like it really does work. Yeah, the last incense that I had, it was the Seven African Powers incense. I really love that one too. But I recently got this one. Um, but yeah, the rebrand is Ancestral meets Cosmos. And it really reminded me of my mission and why I'm here and what my ancestors called me here to do, especially because, like I said, I'm existing during a time where my ancestors were revolutionizing. It's crazy because literally they had similar transits going on. And I was like, wait a minute, what's really happening here? So yeah, I feel like that revolution, it sparked a revolt for generations to come. Because as you can see, like once the Haitians won, everybody else was revolting. And here we are in this time, this era, everybody's revolting. I'm like, it's crazy out here. Shandanis, you said, can you tell if someone is a chosen one in a reading? I most likely can, especially if it comes through, if that's something that your spirit guides want you to know, which typically like pretty early on. But if that's something that you want me to look into, Shandana, I'll look into that for you. And Angela, you said, I need to dive deeper into ancestral connections. You were sent an ancestral oil. Ooh, I want one of those. Oh, okay. Get your seven African powers candles. That is like the perfect candle for ancestral veneration. But get whatever candle is associated with your ancestors. So if you work with a certain deity, I could look into that for you, Shandana. That's no problem. If you work with a specific deity, this is the perfect time to get to light the candles. Light the candles because the connection is stronger during this season. And like I said, the veil is thin right now. So this is the perfect time to get a reading. This is the perfect time to light your candles, do your meditations, your prayers, your affirmations, any type of connection to the spirit realm. This is the perfect time. Shandana, you said, I don't work with one, but I've been lighting my 7-day candle for happiness. It's yellow. Oh, that's so sweet. That's like, even if you don't work with one specifically, I feel like the seven African powers candle, it could help you connect better with your ancestors if you don't have a specific one that you're working with. That's a good sign. No smoke, no black soot around it. That's a good sign. And it's burning steady. That's a good sign. Okay, so that means the vibes are high for you, Shandon. I love that for you. Yeah, I feel like lately I've been feeling good. I'm not gonna lie though, I'm under a little bit of a spiritual attack right now. So I've been dealing with that. I've been dealing with that. I've been under a little spiritual attack, so I'm actually happy that the veil is actually thinner because like I've been, the prayers have been very strong. So let's talk about this full moon in Aquarius. Yeah, I found out the other day, or I think it was Monday or Tuesday, one of those days that I realized that I was under spiritual warfare, but I'm prevailing though, so they can't take me down. So period. They can't take me down. But the full moon in Aquarius that's happening this month is gonna go crazy. Actually, during this time, Saturn and Neptune will be sextiling Uranus and Gemini. I almost forgot what it was because I was about to say Uranus and Leo, but no, Uranus and Gemini. Because Uranus and Gemini will make it to 1 degree this month. Okay, so this full moon, you know how I've been talking to you guys about these changes that are activating? This full moon is going to be kicked up. It's going to kickstart the changes. So August is going to be a very poppin' month. I'm just say that it's going to be very poppin'. Maybe I might do like a collective reading on live. Let me know if you guys want to see that. I kind of want to pull cards. I have my cards here. You said anything to avoid before or during the 888. I would just say just avoid being in distractions. Avoid distractions. That's what I would say because I feel like there is a warfare going on right now, especially with the chosen ones. So definitely be mindful of your distractions. And I would even say, too, um, distractions related to the media, too, because it's going to be amped up. We're in Leo season, so you know these celebrities are going to be going crazy. You want a collective reading? I love that. You know what? I love Angela. You always just supporting my ideas. I love that. Okay. Um, Let me just finish my question to or my answer to Shandana's. Yeah, I would just say just really just be mindful of where your energy is going. And for some reason, I'm just hearing like just don't talk too much. Don't talk too much. Don't talk too much about like what's going on, like as far as like what manifestations are happening for you and things that just keep that private until it's time to talk about it. If it's something that eventually will have to come out in the forefront, but don't talk about it while it's being worked on. Because there's a lot of spiritual warfare in the collective right now. It's crazy. Shandana, you said, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I've had multiple people who are highly trusted tell me I'm chosen, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure you are, Shandana. One of them told me I'm a star seed and that she freaked me out, so I stopped going to her. You're a star seed. I don't even know which one I am. I don't know which one that I am. But I know that I'm divinely favored by God and my spirits. I know that for sure. What, like spiritual warfare? You don't know if you believe it. It's real. It's real. This is why spiritualists, at least the real ones, they stress to up your spiritual protection. You should always be protecting yourself. Even if you're not into like, like the holistic spirituality, like even if you are in a religion, this is why they pray so much. Because spiritual warfare is real. It's no joke. Oh, that you don't believe in star seeds and stuff? Yeah, I don't know. You, I haven't really looked too much into it. I've, briefly looked into it, but I'm not really too connected to that concept. I just know that I'm divinely loved and favored by God and my ancestors. That's what I do know. All these other names, I don't know. But let's do this collective reading. So wait, do you want a collective reading on August or like the full moon? Let me know in the chat. Hey Evans, welcome to the chat. I've never seen you before, but like the live. We're talking about a whole bunch of stuff. I'm doing well, thank you. Happy Leo season. Happy Leo season. Definitely like the live. Since you're just coming in, we've been talking about a whole bunch of stuff like ancestors, Leo season, celebrities, all of that. Where am I from? I'm from Florida. Okay, so let's do a read for August for the collective. So let's see. You're from Kenya? Oh wow, shout out to Kenya. Hey, I got somebody from Africa in here. Oh wow, hello. I'm international now, y'all. I love that. How's Kenya? I've never been there before. I really want to see Africa. Like, what's Kenya like? I don't know. Like, it's something that I plan to do in the future. I would love to see Africa. But let's tap into this August read. So let's see what collectively we got going on. Uh-oh. We got the Five of Cups. Hold on, I'm gonna leave it. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you right now, Angela. Hold on. That is my Cash App. So if anybody else just wants to send a tip, donation, whatever the case may be, I left my Cash App there for you guys. Thank you so much, Angela. We got the Five of Cups. So I feel like we're bouncing back from a disappointment. There are some of us in the collective that dealt with some disappointment, but the new opportunities are coming. The fresh start is coming. You just have to let go of the past. And I've been saying that. We have to let go of the past. We have to detach from the past. We cannot be too hung up on the past right now. And you could find certain things from the past, they start resurfacing. Opportunities that you thought missed you, you could find that they come back. So not all is lost. Cheer up, Buttercup. For those of you in the collective that are feeling the Five of Cups right now, cheer up, cheer up. The fresh starts are happening this month. Let's see. Page of Wands. I'm telling you, the fresh starts are here in the month of August. The month of August got it for us. So this month is a time of exploration, discovering new things, trying new things. Okay, so if there's just something that is just out of the box that you've been wanting to try, but you're like, I don't know if I want to try this, the month of August is that time to try new things. Okay, I see a lot of like action happening this month. Yeah, this month is going to be active. It's going to be active. There's going to be motion this month for sure. There's going to be motion. I actually like seeing the Page of Wands. So if you've been feeling like life has just been a drag or there hasn't been motion, there's going to be motion. But you have to be willing to step outside the box. And I feel like that's what this Uranus and Gemini going into the first degree is going to be doing. It's going to be sextiling Neptune and Saturn. So plans that we've had that have been like sitting there, that have been sitting there waiting to be executed. Now is the time in August to get it going. Visions that we've had, that we've been sitting on, now is the time. Because this is a fire month, so this is a very active month. Three of Cups. So this is a time to celebrate. I mean, it's summer, it's Leo season. Okay? We need to be connecting and celebrating more together. More fun times are here. So this is a perfect time to go out and socialize, do a lot of networking, all of that. All of that. And I feel like for a lot of us, we're celebrating a big a big accomplishment is what I do feel is what a lot of this celebrating energy is about. It's multiple things. It's now, it's the summer. We all want to go out, socialize, network, all of these things. And I feel like the Aquarius full moon is the perfect time to do that, to get out, socialize, and network. But it's also a time to celebrate a big accomplishment. Okay. But it's also the time to celebrate life. Okay. Leo season is a happy time. It's feel good vibes. It's the time to get out and make some moves in your life, but it's also a time to celebrate life, have fun. Yeah. Look, you guys, we have all these feel good vibes. So I feel like this Five of Cups, it's like whatever was happening, if you've been feeling regretful, you've been dealing with a loss, whoever this resonates with in the collective, just know like the good times are here. The exploration, travel, I see some people traveling, but I just see a lot of people trying new things, doing things differently, you know? A lot of celebration. There's a lot of celebration in the collective right now. Or at least in this month, there's going to be a lot of celebration in the collective. Okay? We are entering into some good times. We're entering into some good times. I do see there are some people in the collective where they could be moving, getting married. This is also a marriage card. Okay. So a lot of big things are happening for a lot of people in the collective. A lot of people are accomplishing really big things, and it's a time to celebrate. It's a time to recognize a lot of the fruits or a lot of the labor that you've been putting in and enjoying the fruits of your labor. How are you guys feeling about that? Because these cards are looking pretty good. Okay. You got the Four of Cups. Yeah, I'm getting with this month of August and these cards. I feel like we've just been in a space where we've been like really like apathetic, really kind of dealing with some sort of like disappointment or just kind of just feeling like over it. Like I'm just 100% over it because that is literally how this card looks. Like I'm just 100% over it. But just know like there are good times ahead. Opportunities are opening up, doors are opening. So, Shandana, the planetary guide is basically a horoscope. So, basically, I go through all 12 months about like how the transits that are happening collectively right now are going to affect you. So, I talk about like the eclipses and like the nodes and kind of like the big heavy hitter transits. And the cosmic blueprint is an astrology reading. So that's where I go in depth in your personal astrology map. And I talk about specifically more so the areas where you have planets and where your north node is, and like your ascendant and your big three. So if you want a horoscope, get the planetary guide. If you want like an in-depth um you want like an in-depth analysis on your birth chart because you want to understand your chart more. That's what the cosmic blueprint is for. It's to understand your unique cosmic blueprint and what your mission is here. What your mission here is and kind of the unique energy that you have and kind of what it all means and why you have it and certain things that you've experienced based off of these energies. So it's a whole thing. But basically it's to just help you understand your energy map. You like the cosmic blueprint? I I like the name of it and I like the thumbnail that I used. I wouldn't say either or is better. It just depends on what you're looking for. Because the solar return, it's kind of a horoscope, but not necessarily. It's like I'm basically doing a deep analysis on the chart that gets casted on your birthday, which is different from your original birth chart. And based off of the chart that is casted on your birthday, you're going to be experiencing different themes in that year. So different activations are going to be happening within that year. That's why every birthday, for the most part, something new is happening or something big is happening in every birthday that you have. And at the bottom, for the month of August, we have the Wheel of Fortune. You guys, like, August is going to be a good month, is what I'm saying. August is going to be a good month for all of us. I'm using my phone as a mirror. Yes. August is giving big wealth. It is. I feel like this is what we're celebrating. All the hard work that we've done collectively, this is it. And it's going to be activated on this 888. Or why do I keep calling it 888? I guess because of last year it was triple eight, double eight portal. Okay. It's a double eight. Now I can't wait for that 999 in September, the triple nine. That's like a big closure portal. So that is the perfect portal to release something and something big. The 999, that's September 9th. I don't know what day it falls on, but we're going to have a triple nine portal in September. And ironically, too, September is eclipse season. So, eclipse season is next month, you guys. Ooh, that's going to be intense. Because we're in a 9 year this year. 2025 adds up to 9. Yeah, we're in a closure year this year. And next year is the number 10 year. Because 2026 adds up to 10. But yeah, September is the ninth month, the ninth day, and the numerology of this year adds up to 9, so it's a triple nine. Yeah. And I incorporate numerology in my astrology readings too. Like specifically for the solar return reading, I do talk about your personal numerology. I do that too in the cosmic blueprint too, but I talk about your personal year numerology in the solar return reading. Because it's like we have our collective numerology, which right now we're in a 9 year, but you also have your own personal numerology that changes every year on your birthday. What else is activating? Oh, there's going to be a Mars in Libra. Mars goes into Libra August 6th. Okay. We could cover that in the cosmic blueprint reading for sure. I could focus in on those areas, but I'm really going to focus on all the areas that you have planets mostly because those areas are very important because that is where a lot of activity is happening in those houses where you have planets. Not saying the empty houses aren't important, they are important, they just aren't as important as the ones where there's planetary activity happening. I feel like I more so cover the empty houses when we're talking about transits because sometimes certain transits are happening that sometimes certain transits could be happening in an empty house. And that's still very important because that's your opportunity to work with that house when you have certain transits in empty houses. So that is August's reading, you guys. August's reading. Yeah, August is a really good month. I feel like a lot of amazing things are going to happen. I see a lot of wealth. So, Shandana, I agree with you. It's a big money month. Um, it's a month of a lot of changes because that's when a lot of these changes are going to get kickstarted, especially with Uranus being at 1 degree Gemini. It's going to sextile with Mars in Libra, Saturn. No, it's going to trine with Mars and Libra and sextile Saturn and Neptune. So it's going to be a lot of motion. Will I explain some of the terms when talking about transits? I don't know what they are. Yes, it just it depends. You got the cosmic blueprint or you got the planetary guide. But I usually do. I usually like clarify when I use certain terms, I do clarify. My readings are like I'm teaching, but also I'm giving guidance and I'm channeling too. So I do pretty much everything all in one. But let's see. I want to see though collectively what's going on with this full moon in Aquarius. Let's see what's happening with this full moon in Aquarius. So the full moon in Aquarius is happening on the 9th. Okay. So literally after the 8-8 portal. Okay. So let's see what this full moon in Aquarius got going on for the collective. We got the 9 of Pentacles, you guys. We got the 9 of Pentacles. I love this card. This is like my favorite card in the deck. I love her. So this full moon is going to be blessing a lot of people in the collective. A lot of people are going to be in their bag. Yeah, I'm getting like a big money frequency in the month of August for the collective. A lot of people are going to be cashing out. A lot of people are going to be cashing out. But you know what else I do feel too? I do feel, you know how I was talking about how in the last live that I did, how um, collectively there could be more um, people resigning from their jobs. I do feel like people are going to be doing some solopreneur, um, freelance, those types of jobs, and they're going to be very successful. A lot of people are going to be cashing out. A lot of people are going to be more financially independent in the collective. Yeah, because Saturn in Aries is forcing us to be more sovereign collectively. And I feel like it's going to be working out for us. We got it. We got this. We got this. And I think I did say this in my last live, like, and this is just a belief that I hold, like, I feel like we're more than capable of taking care of ourselves. I feel like we're more than capable than what we give ourselves credit for. Okay, so the full moon, we got the temperance. At the temperance. So I feel like this full moon in Aquarius, I feel like with the temperance card, it's basically saying like now spirit is opening the doors for us to move forward collectively. We are going to be moving forward. There's going to be a lot of motion this month. And this full moon in Aquarius is really going to get us in gear for sure. Even more so. Cause I feel like we've kind of been starting, but I feel like now it's gonna be starting. Okay, so the pathway is gonna be cleared. That's why you see like the little sun in the background. Okay, so there's gonna be a lot of clarity coming through with this full moon in Aquarius too. A lot of revelations, and spirit is revealing what has been cooking up behind the scenes. So spirit has been having us wait, but now the waiting game is over and now it's time to make moves. That's because spirit was divinely orchestrating everything behind the scenes. You know, sometimes, and I recently got this download too, like sometimes when I get impatient, I always have to remind myself how many times have what I wanted come to fruition in divine timing though. Sometimes if you're waiting, it's not because you're stuck, it's not because the universe is not listening, it's because the universe is preparing things for you behind the scenes. It's getting everything divinely aligned for you to merge with that new timeline. Okay? So I do see a lot of us are going to be timeline shifting with this full moon in Aquarius because, you know, Aquarius is the timelines. Okay? So there's going to be a lot of timeline quantum leaping stuff going on in the collective. Oh, got these two. Okay. We got the Two of Pentacles. Okay. So the Two of Pentacles. This is going to be a very busy time. I feel like there's just going to be a lot going on energetically. And it's like, we're going to have to like keep up. You got to keep up because the frequencies are going to be speeding up, especially when Saturn and Neptune sextile Uranus, things are going to speed up, you guys. So it's just like there's just going to be a lot going on. A lot of different moving parts going on. Then we got the Chariot. So we're making progress. There's motion. We're moving. We're in motion. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of motion this month. And I feel like, again, going back to really tuning into your guides and the higher powers will definitely be beneficial to help you navigate these chaotic times that we're entering, because it's going to be chaotic but in a good way, but it's still going to be a lot going on. So being grounded and being in tune with divine guidance is definitely going to be necessary. But the full moon in Aquarius is going to really have things moving forward for sure. Yay! We got the Ten of Cups. Really happy times ahead, you guys. I feel like whatever does change, whatever does get released with this full moon, is really going to bring you to this happy place. As collectively, I do see a lot of good vibes in the collective. A lot more people are going to be more happier. Because, yeah, I do feel like we've been in this space where things just feel heavy. Things just feel just, ugh. But I feel like collectively, we're going to be in a more happier space. Something is going to activate cosmically that's really going to shift the collective frequency and kind of just like a lot of what's going on down here in this realm is really going to put us in a more happier place. I feel like it's most likely going to be more freedom, more motion is going to be happening. People are just going to be more detached, but in a good way, in a way where it's like we're not caught up in these weird media coverage. Like these stories in the media is just distracting. The media is just distracting. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, these celebrities are going to be going crazy this month because they know the frequency is just rising and we're going to be more disconnected. We're going to be more disconnected. Now at the bottom, we got the Six of Pentacles. I was trying to get this right. We're gonna have the Six of Pentacles. So I feel like things are gonna be balanced out, especially when it comes to money. I feel like the give and receive is gonna be evened out. I feel like it's more so between us as the common collective people and like the people in power. There's gonna be a balancing of the scales. And that could be what this eight energy is about too, where it's like a lot of the energy that we lost that because we were just giving to these media outlets, these celebrities, all of these things are going to be returning back to us. How are you guys feeling about the full moon in August after the reading? How are you guys feeling about the reading? Does it resonate? I don't get any bad vibes this month. I don't. Even collectively, I don't. Hi, Ava. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. Happy Leo season. You're welcome, Angela. It's definitely going to be all good vibes. I feel like money will improve for us collectively. I know a lot of people been worried about money and expenses, and it's all going to be figured out. It's all going to be figured out. It's all going to be fixed. It's all going to be even out. So if you're stressing about money, anybody in the collective, if y'all are stressing about money, it's all going to be evened out. I feel like this is a very good month for money. So a lot of people will be prospering a lot. I love that. So this is a perfect time for you to go out and connect with friends. Yes, actually one of the cards that I pulled from the tarot reading, I don't know, I don't think you caught the tarot reading, but I pulled the 3 of cups. The 3 of cups came out. Oh, I can't even find it. Hee. I found you. I got the 3 of cups for the collective tarot reading for August. It's a time to celebrate, you guys. It's a time to party. It's a time to party. How are you feeling, Ava? It's August. Happy August. It's the first of the month. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month. Get up, get up, get up. It's the first of the month. I love the Bone Thugs. I wanted to sing that because it's the first of the month. Yes. I feel like we deserve it collectively. I feel like we've been through a hell and back. And I feel really happy for us because I feel like we need this fun energy in the collective. I do feel like we need that. What we also do have too, so literally the day after when the sun goes into Virgo this month, we have a new moon in Virgo. And it's going to be at 2 degrees. So, no, it's going to be at 0 degrees. Excuse me. It's going to be at 0 degrees, Virgo. Ooh. And I will say, this new moon is going to square Uranus and Gemini. So, anxiety galore, anybody? Like, oh my goodness. So, definitely during the new moon, definitely be mindful of anxiety, worry, because it could most likely spark that up. Be mindful of your health, especially like your mental health. Definitely take care of that. But the new moon in Virgo activating Uranus and Gemini, we're definitely going to be making a lot of changes, a lot of improvements, a lot of upgrades. So August is the upgrade month. Okay. Upgrade ya. Let me up, let me up, let me upgrade ya. It's the upgrade month. Ava, you said I'm excited for this month. Mars has been in my 12th house and I'm over it. I can only imagine. Ugh. I think it leaves Virgo this month. Yeah. So Mars does enter Libra August 6th. Okay, Shandana, I look forward to your booking. I think you booked it. I haven't looked, but I look forward to working with you and thank you for supporting me. And I hope you have a beautiful weekend. You said that your ascendant is in Libra, Ava. Super cool. I love that. Yeah. Mars and Libra is gonna have you all spicy, Ava. Okay. Yeah. I feel like this is the month where we are being liberated for real. This is the month where we're being liberated. So that's what we're celebrating. Liberated from all the distractions, from all the fears that this media has been pushing in the collective. And I just feel like we're just going to be more detached, especially from like celebrity culture. I mean, it's just like, it's just old. It's just tired. Ava, how was your Cancer season and your Leo season so far? Leo season so far. I actually talked about a lot, Ava. So you're going to have to watch the playback. I talked about a lot. But I talked about ancestors. I talked about a little bit of like celebrity stuff. You know, nobody answered my question about how they were feeling about Hulk Hogan dying and Ozzy Osbourne. So I guess y'all don't mess with them like that. You said Cancer season. Yeah, didn't you say that? Was it you that I did a reading for during Cancer season? I think it was. Yeah, and I did a reading for you about how it's going to affect your 10th house. That's amazing. I'm glad that the reading came true. I told you, you're winning. You're winning. With this Jupiter in Cancer, you're winning. So I'm glad work is going exceptionally well for you. Ava, you said, I don't care about Hulk, but I care about Theo from The Cosby Show. Yeah. You know, I never really watched The Cosby Show. Maybe I've seen like bits and pieces, but rest in peace to him. Ava, I'm telling you, you need to shoot your shot and you need to go official. Definitely take advantage of this energy. It's definitely in your favor. But I'm glad that you're getting good reviews. That's good. Angela, you said I thought they were just natural deaths. So I was like, oh well. Angela said, oh well. It's just a regular day, right? And this is what I'm saying. We're going to be more detached. Like, it is what it is. But I'm just saying, like, these celebrities have been dropping like flies because it was Ozzy Osbourne, Hulk Hogan, Theo, and this lady named Nanda Lewis. They've been dropping like flies. They've been dropping like flies. Absolutely. And actually, I did write that in my notes. Pluto in Aquarius is definitely the death of celeb culture. And I wouldn't even be surprised if this new moon in Leo activated this really the complete ending of it. It's gonna still take some time, but definitely. Pluto in Aquarius is opposing the celebrity stuff, the Leo stuff. So nobody has time for these celebrities, man. Like it's just they're just distracting. They're just energy siphoning. We need to pour into ourselves collectively. We need to pour into each other collectively, but definitely ourselves. That's why I got all these positive cards because we're going to be too focused on like traveling and exploring, discovering ourselves and, getting our money. Like these celebrities, like I'm telling you, they're going to ramp up the antics. They're going to ramp up the antics. Like a hot story that's going on right now is that Love Island dating show and how the guy was like racist or something. Like it's just been a whole thing. And it's just like, why is this any of our business? Why is this coming to the media? Why is this being covered? Yeah, rip to Ananda. She was beautiful. I didn't know she was Indian. Her name is Sarasvati Ananda Lewis. I didn't even know that. And her sister's name is Lakshmi, apparently. I just Googled her. Ava, you said, I feel like I live in an alternate universe. I don't care for reality shows. Yeah, people were on Love Island like glue. They had watch parties. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Why? Reality TV is so dead and it's been dead since the early 2000s. I feel like the early 2000s was when people were really locked into reality TV because it was actually good. It was actually good, you know? Like I remember all the reality TV shows like Next, Real Chance of Love, Flavor of Love, all of those. Like we've been watching shows like this, but it's like I feel like this is when the collective was still very much so asleep though. That's why reality TV was hitting real good for us. But yeah, you guys, that is pretty much all my notes that I had. This was just like a very chill live hangout with you guys because I missed you guys. Angela, you said I'm done focusing on celebrities. I'm focused on me and elevating my life instead of pouring into folks that don't care about me. They don't even know that we exist. I mean, by numbers, they know that we exist, but it's like they don't know us personally, so why should we care? Ava, you said you woke up after the flavor of love, okay? Like literally all these shows had us in a chokehold. Like, um, yeah, all of them. There are just so many. Like College Hill, The Bachelorette, all these shows. There was the Bad Girls Club. There are all these shows. Like reality TV was at its prime in the early 2000s and it's just like reality TV is dead. That's why I didn't really get the hype with the Love Island stuff. I'm like, how many of these have we watched? Like, y'all don't remember The Flavor of Love, Rock of Love, Real Chance of Love? Like, we've had this going for, like, this is not new. It had us entertained, though. Man, how are you feeling today, Ava? I guess my summoning for Billy didn't work. Billy didn't hear me. I hope she's okay. But yeah, do you guys have any questions for me? I actually do have I have a video that I'm going to be posting very soon. I was supposed to post it on I was supposed to post I was supposed to post it on yesterday, actually yesterday. But I just don't have a thumbnail for it yet, so I got to get the creative juices flowing before I post that. So it's kind of on standby, but it is done. So I hope you guys like it and you share it so everybody can see it. But I will tell you a little bit. It is Scorpio themed. It's a Scorpio placement. Scorpio placement. So I know you guys love it when I talk about Scorpio. So you have a question, Ava? What's your question? You said, do I have any idea what I could expect with Leo season as Mercury retrograde is also in Leo? My 11th house is Leo, and I had a guy on social media return recently. Yeah, you could find that a lot of people from your past return, especially in the house, the 11th house. You're definitely gonna find that you can rekindle things with people, or even if you don't rekindle it, like you could just find like you're having conversations with people from your past, like friends from your past, and they oftentimes they can come through social media because the 11th house is a social media house. Yes. But I feel like they're just coming back to test you to kind of see if you're just going to continue to be in that cycle with them. And I've been saying that, like, and I said that last month in the last live that people from your past are going to come back, but they're tests. They're not, you should not take them back. Leave them where they're at. They're in the past for a reason. Don't fall for it. It's a test because when you accept people from the past back, you're always going to remember why you cut them off in the first place. Don't even bother. So, because this is what the universe does before the level up happens. The universe comes in is like, let me see if you're really ready. Like, are you say you're ready? Like, are you really, really ready? Are you really, really ready? And then that's the test. Like, the universe will send you this person, that person from the past, this ex, that family member, whatever the case may be, to see, like, are you really ready for real? Let me see. That's all it is. I would say block them. Block. We have no business. And just keep it moving. That's it. Don't be nervous about fights with friends because if you get into a fight, that is your opportunity to assess what kind of person they are. really. And I feel like if a friendship has to end, then it has to end. It is what it is. People, most times people can't come with you when you're up leveling. It's just the name of the game, really. And just know that you will gain new friends because I don't know if the new moon happened in your 11th house, but old friends may come around, or you may find that you get into certain quarrels with certain friends, but just know like new things are coming your way. So it's really nothing to worry about. It's really nothing to worry about. But yeah, that is all I have for you guys today. I would say that was just everything that came through. Um do you guys have any video requests before I leave? I do have like some things that I'm going to film. I still have more things to film, but I want to hear from you guys. Like, what are you guys wanting this month? Another live stream, more videos? Please let me know before I dip out, just so I know what you guys are feeling, so I know how to structure this month. So let me know in the comment section what you guys are feeling this month. Um, yeah, you guys don't have anything for me? Nothing? Well, if you guys have any requests, you guys can always email me. You guys could always DM me on Instagram. My Instagram name is Cosmic Star Astrology. Please check out my website. Again, I am having a sale on my solar return reading, so definitely go check that out. But I rebranded my website. You're welcome, Ava. And Ava, definitely check out my website. I recently rebranded, and I got some. Well, it's the same services. I kind of just changed the look and things, but I did add something else. So definitely check it out. I'm obsessed with my website. Um, and I am having a sale on solar returns. So definitely check that out. Follow me on Instagram, and share this live. And I thank you all for coming. Thank you for chatting with me. I hope you guys have an amazing, blessed, and abundant Leo season. You're welcome, Angela. Thank you. I hope you guys have a blessed and abundant Leo season. And I'll be back with another live for sure. So we could chat again. I love doing these things with you guys. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Happy Friday. Happy Leo season. And we'll talk soon. Bye, guys.